It's really a very auspicious occasion that my childhood friend, who is now a dream personality for every aspirant and students, and they want to prepare for competitive exams and attain heights. So it's really a matter of proud that we have the chief guest from the N.C.B. Zonal Director here at Pace Institute. Big round of applause again. Well, these aspirants, now I would like to introduce you to these aspirants are preparing for some kind of competitive exams or willing to settle in their examinations. Some of them are willing to go abroad, settle in Canada, UK, US and all. They are learning speaking and writing here. So everybody is struggling hard, even they are from Hindi medium backgrounds, so they want to improve themselves. Now, we will start directly without wasting time. We will come back to the debate session. The debate session is all about, is caste census necessary for development of a state or not? So, without wasting time, first participant, I would like to invite Karunanidhi on stage. She's supporting the statement that caste census is really necessary in the state for the development. Yes, Karunanidhi.
Honorable Chief Guest, respected sir, and all my dear friends, as we are having a debate on the topic, is caste census is necessary for development of a state? So I, Karunanidhi, supporting the statement that yes, it is necessary. So firstly, we need to understand that what actually caste census is. So caste census is basically an exercise of counting different castes across the nation. Means how many people belongs to which caste. We maintain a data of that. See, the caste census is directly related to reservation. It means that we provide reservation in India in different sectors, like in educational field, in government jobs, etc. On the basis of what? On the basis of this caste census. Means in the caste census we collect data of the people of the different caste community, and on the basis of that we just provide reservations to the particular caste. Okay. We provide reservation to the particular caste, and for that we need a data. We need a fresh data, but our data is as old as colonization, because the last caste census was happened in 1931. Okay, and on the basis of that data, we are using it till now, because that data was problematic. Means there were problems in that data, and on the basis of that we have just ensured all the reservation, and we are just providing on basis of that data reservations now. It means that the data is quite old. Means it is a long gap of the renewing the data. So we should renew this. Because of that, we should conduct a caste census. Okay. See, reservations are not a bad thing. It is a good thing, but the problem is that is data. Because on the data, because it is not that easy to collect accurate data of that much population. Because as India is a very vast country in terms of populations and as in terms of caste as well, so it is quite difficult to collect accurate data to provide reservations. So because of that, many people also blame reservations, caste census, that we should eradicate that, we should stop to doing that, but that is not the problem. It means that radicalization is not always the solution of the problem. Instead of that, we can just simply rationalize the policies, the schemes which are being given by the government to the different caste or community. As we are known for our diversity, India is known for diversity in terms of religion, in terms of caste. So what we need to do is that we have to pull all the caste in equal, so that they can be equally treated as we are Indians, so that they can be equally treated as same. So because of that, we only conduct this caste census.
Okay, questions.
It's already growing up in a very prosperous way. So what's the reason to again go back
stop going back and do the census. It is about that because of this census, we can provide such kind of reservations to the caste who are really needy of that, and because of that we can maintain equality in the society of every caste. So because of that we are doing that. It is not about that we are just repeating the history and history. It is not about that. It is just about to maintain equality in the people's mind so that they can.
Sorry to interrupt, but people start hiding their identity in the basis of caste. If you again do those things, like people don't want to say about their caste.
Yes.
If we go through this caste census, even one thing we already know, it's wasting 5,000 crore money of ours.
Yes.
So if we go back and see like which caste you belong and which section you belong, don't you think it will again create conflict?
No, I don't think so. That it totally is the matter of only just to counting the caste. There can be problems, could be happen, but it doesn't mean that because of that we should stop doing this. It is not that. And when it comes to money, then there are many things in which government are investing money. But the question is that is it betterment of our society or not? So when it comes to caste census, then yes, it is betterment for our society. So if they are investing such money for the betterment of our society, then yes, it is profitable. There is nothing bad in it.
Okay, I have a question.
Last question.
In the 70 years or 75 years, we have several data. What do you think? Is India really developed in the name of caste, in the name of religion?
See, as we know that caste is in our root, means we can't eradicate that, we can't ignore the truth that yes, we are divided by caste.
We are talking about Indian. We are Indian.
Yes.
We are not Hindu, we are not
Yes.
Muslim, we are not any other religion or any other caste.
Yes.
So in every examinations, I think the examination board, they are conducting or they are putting a point that what religion you are belong to.
So just to collect the data, that is a different thing. Just to get to know that which population belongs to which community or which religion or which caste. It has nothing to do with that.
Okay, time up.
Okay, thank you.
Next speaker.
Chief Guest sir, good evening sir, and good evening my all friends. So I'm completely against in this issue. Why? Because we all know this is not a alien concept, not an alien concept. In the reign of Ashoka, it was prevalent, and I think we have several data in the census, and in that census, we already provide all the information about our religion, about our caste, sub-caste, everything. So why we need that type of census? I think it is just a waste of money, and I can say, if you really want to develop your state, if you really want to develop your nation, then we have several things to develop, like education sector, like medical sector, and also I can say remove corruption. That is the biggest problem in India, or I can say in the state also, Bihar. So I feel that if you really want to develop the nation, develop the state, we have several things. But why we are emphasizing this thing, caste-based census? Because of our own political agenda, or gaining some political, I can say, fuel in these things. So I feel that we don't need caste-based census. We only need the development, and development doesn't mean or doesn't I can say depend on caste-based census. So that is, I think, my point.
Okay, recently you mentioned about several census. Tell me some census now.
Not several census, we have several data. In every 10 years, after 2011, there was also a census in 2021, but that data was not correct. So
But right now 2023.
Yes.
So if central government not conduct any census, so state government.
central government has some plan. So and they are going on the proper plan.
Do you know every year our population increasing 2 crores. Do you know 2 crores is also a huge amount.
Yes. But what is the need of the caste and religion?
If God.
Respected sir and all my dear friends, as we know it is debate session today and we are organizing debate. So I am in favor of this topic means caste census is very important for the development of the state as well as nation as well as for a country. I would like to mention some points in regard with that. First is that if we will conduct a caste census, then we will get an exact idea about how much percentage of which category means lives in any country, lives in any state, lives in any locality. If we will get idea of percentage of people of any caste or community, then we will try to analyze that which caste is in good position, which caste is in bad position, and according to that we will try to implement some schemes, some policies for the weaker sections, for the weaker caste that are socially marginalized. Second, I would like to, if we will get data about different castes with different tribes, then we study about sociology, we study about anthropology. Sociology students as well as anthropology students will get data to conduct different kind of survey, different kind of innovations in their subjects, and this will promote the scope of education. This will promote to find the social find out social issue, find out where is the problem in the society. And we know that caste is bad, but instead of that we are conducting. Why? Because if we will study, we will try to know the root cause of the emergence of the society, then we will be able to eliminate the caste. It is essentially, I think, said that before, if we want to eliminate any kind of disease, we first try to know the information of the root cause of any disease. Then we will be able to try to remove and I can say eradication of the society, eradication of the caste, different types of frauds. And the third point I would like to mention that if we will have caste census, then if any caste in that section, suppose politically weak or strong, in that section, if means there is no any leader of any particular section, after the announcement of the caste census, that community will able to know that, oh, I don't have any political leader, I don't have any public figure. So due to the awareness of the involvement in the public domain, in the national domain, caste census is very important for that, and that community, that particular caste will able to know what is the real status of their community. We know that 70% reservation has been given to the OBC, but we don't know about the exact population of the ABC. According to the Kalpolkar committee, according to the different kinds of committee, different kinds of data has been published on the public domain, but we don't know what accurate. If we try to know about the accurate data of any particular religion, particular community, then it is very essential for the. And last point I would like to mention that if we will be able to have good data and efficient data, then we will make efficient plans and we will be able to compete with the other countries. Because we don't, in the absence of a good data, we can't make any good policy, and policy will not be implemented in right direction.
Well,
Do
questions?
you really think that caste system, caste census will, as you have told that it will show awareness. So what kind of awareness? Because if caste census will be there, it will only show more discrimination to us.
Okay, I would like to answer. Suppose you belong to one particular community. Now you are able to know that there is no any officer from any community, there is no any political leader, there is no any scientist from my community. Then an awareness will create among your any particular community, and that community will try to make and will try to mobilize, and they will raise voices.
So don't you think that after this, the population of minorities will try to increase their population to become dominant in the society?
It is not a matter of dominant or you can say suppression. It is a matter of knowing the exact data. Suppose we have been conducting a caste census since 1951 of SC and ST. So do you think that SC is dominating in the society? No. ST is dominating in the society? No. We are only getting exact information. and information cannot be wasted. So means if you will have information,
sorry
you
to
can make
interrupt,
anything.
but just for information, you are wasting 5,000 crore rupees. You can waste in the meals which have been closed. You
Okay,
should-
okay. Without
Yes.
okay, without information, without good information, you can't make a country developed. It means in the path of development, information plays a very important role. Information is in your hand. Suppose if you will not have the means information of 130 billion people of India, so how will you make policies
So
regarding
my
food corporation of India?
my question is, if it is good, so why it's happening only state level? Why it's not happening by central level?
Because if central government will conduct this kind of caste census, if the population of OBC will raise, then OBC will demand more and more. So means the central government has a fear. That's why he is not conducting. And I would like to say that many state governments, particularly 9 state governments, have passed a legislation in their legislative assembly that they will conduct caste census in the upcoming years.
So don't you think it will be like one who has power is always right, who always right?
No,
If
it
caste
is,
census is right.
caste census
Okay.
is absolutely
Time up.
right.
As we have gathered here for debate competition, so today's topic is census is important or not. So I am totally against it. So I'll be saying my points to you all. So as we all know, India is actually a developing country and it's getting developed day by day. So what's the actual needs to go back to old days where we used to have? Is it coming? Go back to those old days where we used to have discrimination and all that. Even Gandhiji has came to this point that remove caste system and all that. And we are going to that only. One side India is getting developed and another side it's going dragging down to itself own self only. That go back to those times when we used to have a caste system, when we used to fight. Why people? Our resources are very limited. Even we come back to this caste census problem, even caste census will be there. Our resources are limited, we will be having fight. Even the one side will say this is right and other side will say this is right. What will government will do? And the main reason behind these all is political agenda. As we all know and we all are aware also. When election are coming, political leaders are more aware that we need to know about the census and all that. Why it could be done before also but not now. Because they all know we need parties. How can you say that just because of doing census they'll be aware that which party, because rich are in upper side also, even lower side also. Even SC, ST or even we can talk about tribes also, they are also getting more benefits. Earlier we have got reservation system just because of this only. Caste system, just because of caste system census has came so close to us like earlier what has been happened, people were not getting actual response. People was using, like we have already studied about Shudras, Kshatriyas, Brahmans. People won't eat from Brahmins, won't eat from Shudras. Those system has gone. People don't even say about their caste also nowadays. Because earlier they have suffered a lot. Even they don't even want to imagine what they have been suffering from old age. But things are ending. When the youngsters are actually ending those, why you want to restart those things which has already been ended here? And many aspects of we are investing 5,000 crore on only checking the census. Information is important, but for information purpose we are already having social stratification, economical classification, we all go for it. When you are already having population charts, so what's the need of this caste census? Because even you go back, we already know nowadays also people used to have discriminate on the caste purpose. Even people used to change their titles that they don't get to know about that are they belonging from which caste or which surrounding. So it's not that important to have a caste census. We already know that if the housemakers who used to work in a Brahmins or Kshatriya or anyone house, they won't eat from Shudras and down caste. So yeah.
So do you feel that if we will stop doing caste census, then it will be help to end caste system?
Okay, so according to you, caste system won't. So can you repeat your question?
Means, do you believe that if we will stop doing such things like doing caste census, then it will help to end caste system?
It won't end, but it won't more rise also, because youngsters are not into this. So they'll come back to this, the things which has already been ended. Why you want to drag it?
You are saying that the time has gone.
Yes.
So why we have still cases of untouchable people when they go to temple, they are fired, they are beaten by
I
caste
haven't
people.
said it's totally gone. I am saying that it is been ending, not totally. It will end. But if you restart these processes, why people are hiding their tags? You need to focus on these words.
If caste census will be done, then they will get exact idea about their caste.
What idea? People are getting. People will bring schemes. So you are saying that people bring.
So you are believing that caste is not a matter of issue. Caste. So
No,
don't you think so that
for-
caste is deeply rooted in our Indian society, and you can't ignore the identity of a caste.
Only ask questions. Huh.
Okay.
Yes, reply.
Sorry. Repeat your question.
Do you know that caste is deeply rooted in our society, and you
Yes.
can't ignore the identity
We are
of
not
caste?
ignoring the fact that it has been rooted, but we can.
And it means India will be developed only when all the people will know about what is
I
their
guess you are
status.
totally wrong. For developing country, you don't need caste system. For develop, India is actually developing day by day.
So tell me,
But for development,
Germany,
not
Japan, USA,
only-
they are also doing caste synonyms, class.
can you
status,
relate with
class
Japan?
status.
Can you relate with Japan? I'm so sorry, sir, but you
Because-
can't be
because
able
they
to
are
relate
developed,
with
because
Japan
they are developed.
because
We
that
are-
is actually very much developed country.
We
You won't
have
be
been-
able to have there.
We have been practicing since 71 years, but this is right. This is
So
not.
that's what I'm saying. Our teenager is not into caste system. So why to bring back? And even you're wasting 5,000 crore.
So,
You can
what is
open
the
all the
importance of
meals.
Karni Sena? What is the use of
What
Karni
is
Sena?
the
What is
importance of
Karni Sena?
Ask one now. All
You
are
know,
asking.
lakhs of millions of people are engaged in this kind of Sena, this kind of.
With Sena.
Why?
No, no.
Because due to caste.
Multiple questions you are asking.
Yes. Sorry, what's your
Okay, so
question?
why government should not provide your certificate means you are only Indian? No caste. Why need a caste certificate? And when
Because it has been done. Reservation system are there.
Is there.
Is there. I'm sorry. Reservation system is already there. So that's why you need to write what's your caste system. And people are getting benefits. No, it's not that people are not getting it. Just because of this, many people who are actually needed benefits, they are not getting benefits. How you can say that? What's the reason behind caste system? I'm not getting. India is actually developing. For development, you don't even need caste.
So that's why I'm also saying. So why would the government provide? You are only Indian, not caste, not just like a Sudra Brahmin, not anyone. You are only Indian. So why need a caste certificate? If you are go any company, they also ask what is your caste, what is your religion. Why?
Because there is a reservation system for you all
What
only.
is a reservation system?
It has-
If you have no problem.
Okay, time up.
Reservation system.
Hey everyone, my name is Shekpal, and as you know, today's debate session and topic is census tax is necessary for the development of the state? And if asked to me, no, it's not. Just for the development of the state, we don't need to just census. Yes, census is needed, but not on the basis of caste. We should collect data, and as if you talk, if you take example of Bihar, the government just says that they want to reform the policies in the reservation category. Yes, we should do. We should reform in the reservation category, but not on the basis of caste. For example, if I have to give, if yes, I am Pal, and in Patna there are many are there. Those are businessmen and they are doing good in their business. But as well as in parallel, there are many people who are not able to eat for the one day. They don't have food. Then how can government say that yes, they need reservation? Because in same caste, some are rich and some are poor. So the reservation should be given, but on the basis of their economic condition, not on the basis of caste.
Sir. Good evening, sir, our beloved sir, and my dear friends. As far as my opinion is concerned about this caste census, I have here a polite disagreement with the people who are supporting me that, and for multiple reasons, I feel that caste census will only increase caste tension in the society, which is already there, but definitely it will bring that tension on the surface. Number one. Number two, as far as I understand this census, there will be some community, and for example, if there is a caste A, they will find themselves in a dominating position. I mean, their numbers are, if high, they will definitely automatically they will feel dominant, and they will try to suppress the people who are in less in numbers, and the same people who are in less in numbers, they will definitely try to reproduce, fine, because so that they can match the number of dominating class. And what will happen then? That on the other hand, we talk about bringing our population down, but on the other hand, this will increase the population. Number three, that our constitutional makers, especially Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar, he imagined a casteless society. He said that moving forward, we will become a casteless society, and then only India can achieve its ambitions and it can become a superpower. So here we are standing tall 70 years later as a democracy, and here we are talking about caste census. So in my opinion, it is pushing society towards dividing society largely. We are not making it casteless. So, and we have to understand the people who are trying to start such censuses in the country. I mean, the political parties, their very foundation is caste. Fine, they came into existence because of Mandal Commission, fine, and they are trying to do this, the Mandal Commission 2.1. So what will happen that once this caste census comes into the public discourse, it will hog the national politics, and the rest important issues will take backseat. It has happened in late 80s and 90s when reservation issue came. Many people burned themselves, and every issue took precedence. For example, poverty. We are lagging behind in our quality of education, and there are multiple challenges in front of the nation. But when governments fail, they try to divert the attention of common people like me and you, something which strengthens your identity and not the real issues. So in my opinion, I feel it will only increase the tension, and at the end of the day, we won't get anything substantial, because we are 70 years old democracy, and we must move forward, not backward. So these are my understanding, that it will only make this caste a very strong discussion, part of our discussion, and it will only push us backward, because we have multiple things to tackle. Especially if I give you example of our own state, I'll just take 1 more minute. In Bihar, one of those backward states when it comes to social indices and all. So a state like Bihar is trying to do a caste census. It means that we are already running, sort of money, funds. We have many challenges like migration, poor quality of education and all. But we are wasting that taxpayers' money on this expensive exercise. So that is why I feel that we must, focus on issues which is very challenging for us, like flood. Some part of our state is suffering from flood. We can invest that money over there. And also people who are deployed to do this, census action, I think they are not trained. So this, even if they conduct it, there are very high chances that it will be faulty, because they are not trained. They are teachers. They are trained to teach, not to do consensus. So if they even collect data, it would be faulty. People who my good friends supporting, saying that this data will help bring those backward societies forward. It will make them more what do you call that, strong in terms of their economy and backwardness. I think there is sufficient data for
now
that.
Questions. Amit, please go to the stage and ask questions. They are in the microphone, because we have to record it. Yes.
So you spoke about against of caste census. I just want to tell you that in India, Article 15 of the Indian Constitution says about provision of discrimination on the basis of fact. In that, one particular element is caste. At the time of independence, we didn't have any kind of caste organization. But in 2023, we have 763 caste organizations.
I know that fact. So come to the question.
So means the popularity of caste is gaining again and again, and it is a need of the hour to do caste census for knowing the particular number of any caste. Why?
No, I mean, why we should know a number? I mean, why we should know that from caste A there are this many people? I mean, if you are really aiming to bring those marginalized people in the mainstream, I mean, it is not from particular caste only. It's not like only caste A and caste B people are marginalized. Marginalized people are in every caste. Don't you think so? It is not only in one caste. So why aim only one caste? If you are aiming to eliminate, for example, poverty, right? So aim poverty. Why the caste? If you are aiming to bring, for example, from a particular region, women are backward. So
when you talk about poverty, in India, class and caste are synonymous. And in India, discrimination is based on the caste. So it is very important for a caste to be in the public domain, to be in the national stream. So if they will know about the exact number of their caste, they will try to mobilize.
Dimensions are there for your backwardness. So focus on those dimensions, and for those dimensions there are data. Like there is NFHS data, National Family Health Survey data, that is a very diverse data. So if political parties are saying that we are running short of data, we don't have data to bring backward people on the front, they are lying. There are enough data for policymakers, for people who are in power. There is enough data. There is census, there is NSO data, there is NFHS data. They are very reliable. So they can use that data to frame any policy, to bring any section of society on the surface, in the mainstream. Why caste?
Why are we facing same problem again and again? If we have all the data, okay, I want to recite one example of Tamil Nadu. In 2013, Tamil Nadu government adopted caste census, and he completed caste census very well. And on the basis of caste census, Tamil Nadu government gave 27% reservations to the medical students. And
so what is the question?
Let me finish my question. So you pointed out about caste class. If caste census will emerge, caste class will happen.
It is promoted. It's a promotion.
Since 9 years, means we don't have any one example of caste class in Tamil Nadu. So how can you say that?
See, you are
will lead to a class.
No, it has taken place. I mean, there are multiple states where such classes has happened. So why you are not taking those classes into consideration? You are taking maybe exceptions, and you might be wrong. As far as my
thanks for giving me this opportunity to interact with the students of today and future of tomorrow. So before I begin, at the outset, I must congratulate for a very lively discussion and the healthy discussion that you people had. Before I give about the details that how all you fared, I think I have just heard few of you. May I know your profile? How many of you are undergraduates? Okay. 3, 4, 5. +2 तो पास कर रखे हैं आपने नहीं किया है. Okay. किस क्लास में हैं आप? You passed out. Okay. You? You're in the medical, non-medical section?
I'm in humanities section.
Humanities section. Okay, fine. Before, my friend has been modest enough because he had studied with me when we were in the schools. I am the Zonal Director of Narcotics Control Bureau of Bihar and Jharkhand. Basically, the Patna unit looks after both the states. And apart from that, whatever he said about the Calcutta, Orissa, or Guwahati and others, these had been for some time with me as additional charges. So, not much. Yeah. Secondly, I am a CRPF officer and 2000 batch officer and at the moment on rest of the things that I have served almost everywhere in the country. Hardly few states are left, about 36, 37 that will be currently the states we have. I have served in more than almost 30 odd. So that is there, that is the information, that is the area where I have served in, that I have been, and that is the plurality that I have seen throughout the country. Now coming on to you people. So few of you are undergraduates, few of you are still in class 12, and majority, I suppose, you are in the graduation. You have cleared your graduation. Some of you might have been in your post-graduation or cleared your post-graduation. How many of you? PG clear? Okay, fine. Fine. So, आपने PG किसमें किया है? History में किया है. आपने?
Sir, just a second.
Okay, fine. So, कुछ चीजें हैं. I will not go into the details of what you people did and how you fared in your. ले जाना है? ले जाइए, please. How you performed in your debate. But yes, I will do. Definitely, I like to say something about the delivery that I saw some of you. Number one, still a lot to move ahead. Still you people have a lot to walk across. बहुत कुछ और करने की जरूरत है, ठीक है? जिन लोगों ने भी मेरे सामने डिलीवर किया है, अगर कुछ लोगों ने मेरे पहले डिलीवर किया है, तो I don't mind, हो सकता है उनके बेहतर हो. Even how many of you have appeared in interviews so far? Any of the interviews? Okay. किसमें किए आप लोग? जी आप?
Sir, in probationary officer, in bank, and in IBACI.
Okay. Bible interview is hardly of much use to your job profile. Of course, you have appeared in for job profile, so it's going to add to something. Okay. Now, nothing is substitute of your knowledge, and therefore, to excel in any form of your examinations, be it written, PT, men's interview, or whatever, be it public speaking, group discussion, first and foremost thing is knowledge. Knowledge will give you confidence. Other than that, you won't get confidence. The person who is sitting across the table is in this particular field for how long? I think 20 साल से हो गए तुम?
Right.
20 years, because
I've been teaching for more than now 17 years. Yes.
Yeah. So I am in service for more than 22 years. Therefore, I suppose this line में हो गए. So you cannot, please be very careful that you cannot be fool the person sitting across the table. And at the same time, you must understand that the person who is across the table doesn't know that much on the subject to what you are speaking, because he has to take care of all the subjects. So whatever you are saying, please continue. तो आप जो भी कह रहे हैं, you need to be very logical. I found some of you saying, according to my thoughts, this may not be right. Do you think this is right? No, this is not right. This is not the way of expressing things. When you say something that, look, the analogy of yours is wrong, that cannot be wrong only based on your thoughts. I think some of you have said in my presence, look, this proposition is right, this could be wrong. Don't you think so? According to me, I think this is wrong and therefore wrong. This cannot be. There has to be a knowledge, there has to be a source, there has to be a data.
According to the magazine, according to the data.
Some of you have said that there are enormous data. Good enough. So on the basis of those enormous data, you have to reinforce your thoughts, your statements that, look, based on these.
Thank you.